Hey everyone, welcome back with another session of geography. So today we'll continue the same chapter, that is mineral resources. Okay. So as we know that minerals are an important part of our daily lives, isn't it? So there is hardly anything around us that does not contain any mineral in it. Alright. So in the previous session we have already discussed about the characteristics of minerals and different classification of minerals. Now today, first of all, we'll discuss about the mining. Now, what is this mining? Now, mining is the process of extraction of mineral resources from the earth. Alright, so the process by which the mineral resources are extracted from the earth, the whole process is called mining. Alright, now when we talk about this mining, so while mining the minerals, a few points are to be considered. So these things are needed to keep in mind. So first and foremost that we have, that is the quality and quantity of minerals. Alright, now quantity and quality of minerals should be a bit high. Alright, now minerals which are found in the lesser quantities are not worth mining due to the high cost of extraction. Alright, now second we have, that is the accessibility to the region. Now, quite natural, the region where the mineral ore is located, it should be easily accessible. Transport should be good. Alright, so because of that, the labor forces, it will be also good. So the regions that are densely forested or excessively swampy cannot be mined with ease. So these things must be kept in mind. And the third one, that is the depth of the minerals. Now, basically it is easier to extract minerals when they are found in the upper layers. Alright, so it is more economical as well in that case. Now, extraction of minerals placed at depth is not only very expensive but risky as well. Alright, so all these things, these points must be kept in mind or should be kept in mind while doing the mining process. Alright, now when we talk about these minings and all, so there are different methods of mining. There are different methods of mining. Now the methods used for mining depend upon the depth at which the minerals are located. So as some are in the upper layers, so it is very easy to do extract minerals from there. So but few are there which are at great depth. So from there, there are different methods are to be used. So the different methods used for mining are, so the first one we have, that is the shaft mining. Now, a few minerals need to be extracted from deep under the surface of the earth. Alright, now deep hole called shaft has to be dug to reach these minerals. Fine? Now, such a mine is called a shaft mine. Okay, so a shaft mine has many underground chambers. Okay, the second one, that another method that we have, that is the open pit mining. Now, the mines that are located very close to the surface are called quarries. Now this open pit mining is basically practiced in such mines. Alright, you can see the picture here. Now in this method, minerals are extracted by digging an open pit. Okay, by digging an open pit. And the third one we have, that is drilling. Now drilling is the process of extracting mineral oil and natural gas by digging deep wells. Okay, now drilling is basically performed in various ways depending upon the size of the opening and the type of rock that has to be penetrated. Understood? So these are the different methods of mining that are done in different areas. Alright, now as we talk about this mining, so next we have, that is the distribution of minerals. Now this distribution of minerals is greatly uneven throughout the whole world. Alright, now this is so because the rocks are of different types and the structures. Okay, now the quantity of minerals found in different places also varies. Okay, now at some places minerals are found in abundance, while at others they are present in like very small quantities. Understood? So it's not that in every places equal quantity of minerals are found. So in some places it is less, in some places it is more. So that's why this distribution of minerals is greatly uneven throughout the whole world. All right, now, so when we talk about these minerals, the first one that comes up in mind, that is iron. Now iron is the most commonly used metal. Okay, iron is the most commonly used metal. Now the main ores of iron are magnetite, hematite and limonite. Along with all these, goethite and pyrite and siderite. All these are the different ores of iron. So from here we get the different iron content. Although the percentage of the iron content is different from different ores. Alright, now they have varying amounts of iron content in them. Now out of these, magnetite has the highest amount of iron content. But however, hematite is the most commonly used iron ore in the whole world. Okay, now this iron is mixed with some other substances to produce steel. Okay, so basically this iron is first and foremost, these are heated and then it's again kept for melting, and after that the impurities are removed from there and carbon is added to produce steel. Now this steel is very useful, and this steel is used to make machinery, transport equipments, agricultural tools and many daily activities, different utensils and all different items of daily use. So basically we all know these are the like part and parcel of our life. So many things comes up out of all this iron and steel. Okay, so the major iron producing countries are Russia, China, Ukraine, USA, Brazil, South Africa and India. Fine. Now second one we have, that is copper. Now copper has high conductivity. Okay, so therefore it is mainly used in electrical industries to make electrical wires and appliances. Now it is also used for producing various alloys. It is also used for producing various alloys. Alloys means that it is a metal that is made up, or that is a combination of two or more elements. Now alloys such as like brass, bronze, so all this comes out of this copper. Okay, now the largest producer of copper in the world is Chile. Now other main copper producing countries are the USA, Peru, Russia, Zambia, Canada and Poland. Alright, next we have, that is bauxite. So basically we all know that bauxite is the ore of aluminium. So aluminium is the lightest metal, we all know this. So due to its light weight, it is basically used to manufacture aircrafts. Alright, now it is also a good conductor of electricity and is thus used to make electric cables. Now which are the leading producers of bauxite? The leading producers of bauxite are Australia, Jamaica, China, Brazil and India. Alright, so these are the things. So now next move on to manganese. Now manganese is used to make steel and other alloys. Now it is also used for making bleaching powder, electric batteries, glass and different tiles. Fine. Now the main manganese producing countries are South Africa, China, Russia, Australia, Brazil, India and Mexico. Okay. Next one we have, that is gold. Now gold is, we all know gold is precious and it is widely used to manufacture jewelry, isn't it? So it is found in limited quantities in few places, and it has like many exclusive properties. Alright, and also it is also used for foreign exchange. Gold coins, you know, so it's also used for foreign exchange. Now which are the major largest producers of gold? So like China, Russia, Canada, Peru, Australia, these are all the major countries who produce gold. But out of all these countries, South Africa are the largest producers of the gold in the whole world. Okay, so all these. Now next move on to the next one, that is tin. Now we all know tin is used to coat other metals to prevent corrosion. Corrosion means rusting. Okay, so it is also used to make alloys such as bronze. So it is also used in making cans for preserving different kinds of foods, preservative foods, mushrooms and all, which are provided, which are like found in the form of cans. So these are also there, along with the cold drinks. So you can see Pepsi, Dew, Sprite, so all these comes up in cans. So all these cans are also made up of tin. Alright, Now the major tin producing countries are like Peru, Indonesia, Thailand, Malaysia, Australia and Belgium. Alright, so these are all this. Now as we talk about the distribution of minerals in the whole world, so next we have that is the distribution of minerals in India. Alright, now the plateau region of India is basically rich in a large number of minerals. We have the Deccan Plateau and Chota Nagpur Plateau. So most of the minerals are found in these areas. Alright, now if we see the whole chart, first and foremost we have iron. We get iron in Chhattisgarh, Odisha, Jharkhand, Goa and Karnataka. So copper also Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Jharkhand. Bauxite, Odisha, Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh and Jharkhand. Manganese, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand, Karnataka, Maharashtra. Gold we can get from Karnataka and Jharkhand, and tin from Chhattisgarh. So these are the distribution of different minerals in India. Alright, now the last portion that we have, this is very important, that is conservation of mineral resources. So as we talk about these different minerals and the different distribution of minerals and usage of all this, so it's very necessary to talk about this conservation of mineral resources. Now why this conservation is needed? Why this conservation is needed? Now, due to the increasing world population and unending demands of people, the usage of mineral resources has drastically increased over the past few years. Alright, now if we do not control the usage of mineral resources, our future generation would be deprived of them, as they are exhaustible in nature. And what happens? Once they are exhausted, they take thousands of years to regenerate. So hence they should be used judiciously and conserved by following the measures. Okay, so which are the measures? First we have, that is, with the help of technology we should try to improve the techniques of different extraction and purification of minerals to avoid their wastage. Alright, second we have metals such as iron, gold, silver and copper should be recycled if possible. Third, mines should be saved from collapsing. This is very important. This protection of mines should be done in all the places wherever it is, so that it doesn't get collapsed. Alright, now along with all this, the last one, that is alternative energy resources should be used. Yes, we should focus on the other different energy resources from where we can use it for our benefits, for our uses, so that we can just lessen the percentage of the usage of these mineral resources. Alright, so that's all we have. Now one more important point, that is like the Moning gold mine that is located in South Africa, that is the deepest gold mine in the world, with depths reaching over 4 km below the surface. Okay, so these are all the important informations about the mineral resources. So that's all we have in this session. I hope you liked it. Watch the video and subscribe the channel. Okay, till the next time, bye bye.